As this weekend approaches, though, Cedric, we start to turn our attention to the other side of the U.S., to Miami, where the Super Bowl 54, will be on Sunday between the Chiefs and the Niners. And we talked a bit about this last week. We didn't make any picks. But to this point, not a ton has happened that has really, made me feel more or less certain about this. I think it's going to be a great game. What's your suspicion about how this one plays out on Sunday down in Miami?
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm right. I think it's going to be a classic.
Yeah.
I do. After that 13-3 debacle last year with the Patriots and the Rams, we are ready for a good Super Bowl. And after all the Kobe tragedy, America needs a good Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We need something that we can come together on and enjoy as a country and love on each other. And I think that these two teams are well matched. I think that we have the classic offense against a great defense, a great quarterback against a not so great quarterback, and I think a good running game in San Francisco against a not good running game in Kansas City. It all has the making of a fourth quarter game. Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Chiefs 34-31.
Ooh. I would say if we have that score right now, sign me up for that, because that says it's not only competitive, but we got some points. Yeah, if you love defense, if you're Buddy Ryan, you loved last year's Super Bowl, but everybody else would probably prefer scores slightly, if not a lot more high than what it was a year ago. But I will say this, I think we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to get out of the Chiefs offense. Pat Mahomes, that receiving core. I think we have a pretty good sense of what we're going to get out of, the San Francisco defense, especially guys like Joey Bosa, just what they bring defensively. So to me, Cedric, you might be looking at guys like Damian Williams, the running back for the Chiefs, who's an OU guy, believe it or not. You might be looking at a guy like that. I know Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback for the Niners, but guys that aren't necessarily expected to make a huge impact, to me, it could be a guy like that we're saying at the end of the day, oh, that's the Super Bowl MVP. That's the guy that made the difference. Maybe I'm wrong, Cedric, but I think that there's going to be, maybe it happens more often than we think, but I think there's going to be something of an unsung hero. And, because I think we're going to get really good play out of the superstars on these teams. I'm just not sure who that unsung hero is. But I could also see, I could see Mahomes with big numbers. I could see Bosa with a great game. The superstars, they're going to be good too.
The superstar is going to show up, but there's always a guy that we've never suspected would be great. And he's going to show up. Timmy Smith against the Broncos. He was a Redskins running back, ran for over 200 yards. Jack Squarick, a little used Raiders linebacker with a pick six in the Super Bowl. Those things happen.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at Jurczyk, the 49ers fullback, he could show up big. How about Sammy Watkins?
Yeah.
A first-round pick, but who's the fourth option as a receiver on that team. He could show up big, or it could be a defensive MVP. How about Richard Sherman?
Yeah.
The oft-criticized Richard Sherman, who, by the way, got drug tested again today. He put it on Twitter. That's twice in 3 weeks. They call it a random drug test. So I think there will be an unsung hero, but when it comes time to hand out the MVP hardware, it's going to be a big name, probably Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I would say that's probably right. And by the way, I'm going Chiefs in this one as well. I'm going Kansas City. I'm going to go a little lower scoring. I'm going to go like 31-24 Chiefs.
I like it.
But I do think we're talking about a game sort of in the range that we've both said, Cedric. So I think we're in for a great game. Now the big question becomes, we got to talk about the commercials, the snacks real quick. What's your go-to on Super Bowl Sunday, Cedric? Do you have to have the sweet, the salty, the liquid libations? What's the must-have for you on Super Bowl Sunday?
Yes, yes, and yes. You cover the gamut. I gotta have some chicken wings, and I'm having those. I've gotta have some cheese dip, some queso, chips and dip, and a couple of adult beverages. Wouldn't help, wouldn't hurt. But I will say this: for those of you going to Super Bowl parties and you plan on getting it in, drinking heavily, spend the night.
Yeah.
Wake up the next morning and take a change of clothes. Wake up the next morning, grab a shower, go to work. Since they won't listen to me and make Monday a national holiday, spend the night. Don't take a chance. Let's keep those highways safe.
It's a great message. I totally agree. I'm going to say for me, yes to some adult beverages. I can't say no to that. But I will say that I trend more towards the crunchy for Super Bowl. The chips, the dips, all that sort of thing. Now, Cedric, on a normal day, give me a chocolate chip cookie and then keep them coming because I love me some chocolate. But when we're talking about the Super Bowl, I want the crunchies. So that's what I'm all about. And I got to tell you, I got to step away from the snack table because I'll just stand there, watch the game, eat the snacks, eat more snacks, watch the game. So love Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be watching. I know you'll be watching, Cedric. Let's see how our picks come out. Remember, I'm sure our listeners, viewers will remember. So we'll have to fess up next week to how we did. I know we'll all be watching to see how it turns out. All right, folks, that's it for the Writer's Block this week. Be sure to come back and join us again next time.